What's going on, guys? Kai here. Today's video we're going to talk about guild emblems. I ran a poll over the weekend on my Discord with all the videos I'm going to be doing this week. Go ahead and check that out if you would like. And the winner for Monday is guild emblems. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so first I'm going to explain how all this works, and then we're actually going to get into a calculator that I made a video on and posted on the Discord when it came out, made by Nekoyada, something like that. I'm sorry, it's been a long time. I think it was back in February, but I will put his name down below because he's the one that made the calculator. But I'm going to explain how all this works. So one of the main things is, so you're going to get the emblems right here. They're going to have these color circles. Make sure you can see what I'm talking about. Yep. So these color circles, like HP 4800 right here, it requires 3 blue and 5 green. Now, to get this and break free, you need 555. You need at least that many. Just to give you an idea of what you're looking for here, they're generally going to lean towards their color. So this is green, so it's going to lean towards green. Now, what that means is on this page, you're going to need a bunch more green for what I just showed you. And there's going to be 2 ways to unlock these ones that are locked down here. Higher level guilds and things will already have most of this unlocked. But some are tied behind guild level. As you see, guild level 11 to unlock this square, this circle right here. Also, certain upgrade levels are hidden behind it. I believe this one right here cannot go to 10 until level 11 as well. And the other way they're held behind is guild honor. Now, it's called something else on the guild page, which is why people get confused. And that is, if we go over here, it is guild mileage or glory. Mileage is how they determine the top guild, blah, blah, blah. Glory is the one we're looking at for this. They're usually the same number, but they can technically be different. As well as you'll see, each of the 3 columns have different stats that you can roll. So you can spend 100 of this currency that you get from doing dailies and such to either level them up or reroll them. And as you see here, anything on this side can either be defense, tenacity, block, or block recovery. It cannot be HP or block damage reduction. So you have to be kind of strategic of what you're looking for. I have had a lot of people just roll, looking for a certain stat on a lane that cannot get that stat. I think this adds a certain level of complexity that I like going forward. Now, as far as what you do with these, we already talked about having the emblems themselves. They're going to have stats above, which the rarity, as we see gold on the left and which is superb, and purple, which is epic on the right, will have higher numbers here, as well as this only pertains to blue or lower. They will have 1 or 2 stats. Starting from purple, they will always have 3 stats. As we see right here, we can have either gray, green, blue, purple, gold, and there's technically obviously going to be red, but it has not been released in game yet. They have very recently started opening up the strings on the yellow, so I'm guessing pretty soon, probably in a couple weeks, maybe a month or two, we will see antiques in the game. Just how the structure works, that's what we should be expecting. Now these also, as we see right here in the middle, as we see right here, this blue does not have this star, I call them, in the corner. The star tells you that at least one of the stats is at the max stat. So as an example, as you see, attack, tenacity, block reduction, these can have a very minor difference, but a star, at least one of them, is always at the max stat. As well as you want to be looking at these, and they can also have different stats, as we see right here. Block damage reduction or block recovery, choosing the one you want. And to show, the one on the right has full moon. They both have full moon. And HP, you can't really see it here. And HP over here. Difference being the one on the left also has break free. That is not technically tied to it being superb, but it is more likely. Now, as far as what stats you want to be looking for, this is going to depend on what you are playing. I personally, whenever I go green, because it's only block damage reduction and block damage recovery, I am going straight block damage reduction no matter which one I am on. That heal if you block can be nice, but either DPS or tank, straight block damage reduction should be the one that you're going for. Then on to blue, which is block or tenacity. This is going to waver depending on your build, what you're going for. You can go block if you are a tank to try to capitalize on the green that we just talked about, block damage reduction. More blocks, more block reduction. If you just want to focus on the most possible tenacity, go ahead and go that route. This one is really up in the air depending on your build. As far as the orange, which is either HP or defense, I think for most, defense is the best to go towards. That is because some game modes give you fake HP, and so if you have a higher HP, it's actually worse for you. But if you are a class or spec that does damage based on HP, such as Gladiator, Water Echo, several of the fairies, super strength, then going HP is actually going attack. So you have to decide for yourself on that way. But straight for green, I fully recommend only going for block damage reduction. As far as, there's 2 more things to talk about here. I gotta change the window here. Okay, so we have Guild Emblem Simulator. Move myself down a little bit. Go here. Okay, it's kind of hard. Let me move this around. Alright, there we go. So, it is color-coded. So the red, everything that a red can get is above me. Everything a blue can get is in the middle. Everything a green can get is on the right. And all of the requirements are static. so they're all going to be the same. Now, what's nice here is if we go, there's going to be flat stats. All of them have a ton of flat stats, and there's going to be 3 effect ones you can get for each one. So as an example, Wind Flowing Shadow right here is a pretty average one that you should be able to get you can mix and match with the 2 other ones on either side, but as you see, the bottom ones on either side are red out, meaning there's no combination of any that allow you to have Wind Following Shadow and Impeccable, for example. There's also, where's it at? One Heart. Good Luck Follows, which is more restrictive, as we see right here, with 16. And Integrated Offense and Defense, which is 20. Now, a very big importance here is, as you see, it really limits what you can get with it. Now, this one we're looking at right here, Integrated Offense Defense, was reported bug a couple weeks ago. I've checked it out this past weekend, and it is still bugged. I will let you know on Discord and any of my weekly event videos whenever it is working. But going down the list, as far as which ones you should be looking at, ideally you want to focus on one of these 3 bottom ones. So if we look at red, Crisis Warning. When taking damage, if the damage is greater than 6% of your max HP, block will always trigger, and the damage reduction efficiency of the block will be increased by 15.2% with a 20-second cooldown. So the base block is 50%. Then it's your block damage reduction minus their block ignore, plus this 15.2% will be the amount that you block. But it's only guaranteed for that first hit. If it's guaranteed to be more than 6% of your HP, this is very, very powerful. Think of this as a rigidity in a lot of ways, especially if you guarantee at least 5 in green for that block damage reduction. Hopefully this will offset what your opponent has a little bit, and then you will get that base 50 at least, and then it could be in a lot of ways effectively an extra rigidity for a damage dealer type. Going over to Integrated Offense Defense, when you're under 50% HP, it reduces the damage you take by 8%. When you're above 50%, you deal 5.4% more damage. This is just all around good. No, you don't have to worry about the 20-second cooldown with Crisis Warning. Crisis Warning will reduce more damage, but Integrated Offense Defense is more flexible, especially with heals and such. It's just unfortunate it's currently not working. And Impeccable, crit damage taken is reduced by 20%. So while Crisis Warning will stop most of one big hit, this will do consistently taking less damage from crits. So they're both very, very good options. I think if Integrated Offense and Defense was working, this would be the average choice that everyone will go towards. 20 blue means you can go straight 20 tenacity if you would like to. Just gives you good things to go after. And then you can get things like attack on the left. You can still get Wind Flowing Shadow, HP right here, Break Free, which I mean, just really good. That would just be a great one to go after. But for right now, I think tanks should go for Impeccable and damage dealers should go for crisis warning. As for what you should mix with these, if you're going crisis warning, ideally you would want damage increase and pierce. You would want more, obviously, but this is what you're looking for. Over here, because you're the damage dealer, 1 heart is the main thing you're looking for over here. Obviously, if you can get the resistance, that would be nice. And then over here, you're looking for a break free. So this is ideally what you're looking for, which is still that 25-5. And if you are a tank, you're looking for impeccable, tenacity, HP. Do resistance and defense, and abnormal mastery. Primarily what you're looking for, it would be nice if this was a block damage reduction instead of block recovery. Block recovery obviously nice to have because you are full 20 green, so this can give you a bunch of block damage reduction, which is very powerful in the current meta. And if for whatever reason you want to be more mixed, let's say damage dealer, you can get survival instincts, taking damage with under 50%, more tenacity, block, and defense. Or Holy Spirit shield, trigger in combat, and obtain a shield for... This is rigidity, but no damage reduction. So whenever you enter combat with a 60-second cooldown, you get 10 seconds of a 4% of your HP shield. It's a small amount because it's a very flexible one, as we see right here. It is 7, 2, and 2, which lets you mix with a lot of different things. But if we do survival instinct, there's very little that we can do. We can do wind flowing shadow and flower barrier, and that's kind of how this works, where you can pick all 3 of the lesser ones. I think of them as lesser, medium, and large. You can have all the lesser ones. You can have 1 medium, as we see right here, 1 medium and 2 lessers, which would be the ideal way to go after. Or you can have 1 large and none of the lessers or mediums, is how you look at it. And I already went over the stats you're looking for offense or defense. Only ones I did not talk about would be blue. Their good luck flows. Every 15 seconds in combat, get either attack, defense, or a heal. I mean, it's whatever. I don't think it's really needed. Wind flowing shadow, after using a dodge, deal more damage and take less damage. With how PvP currently works, this is a massive, great one to take. And if you're doing either all 3 smalls or a medium and 2 smalls, this is one that you should definitely be taking. Let me know if you have any more questions down below, what you think about it. Till next time, guys.